This election is a choice between Trump recovery at a level that nobody's ever seen before and a Biden depression. If they get elected, they're going to double and triple and quadruple your taxes. You will have a depression, the likes of which this country has never seen before, and that probably includes 1929. Okay? And one thing we learned about the farmers, they don't do well in depressions. Do we agree? They don't do well. Nobody does well in a depression. You will have problems like you've never had before. Joe Biden would terminate our recovery, delay the vaccine, prolong the pandemic. And by the way, for those states, open up your states. Open them up. Watch. On November 4th, all these Democrat governors that have lockdowns, right? You know, I said right at the beginning, I think it was me that came out first, you know, they'll try and say, 20 years ago somebody said the same thing. But I said the cure cannot be worse than the problem itself. And if you look at what's happening with these lockdowns to children, get the children back to school. Like, I'll give you an example. The children, 99.9%. Barron Trump, you know, he had the Corona-19, the China virus. It's got 21 different names. I could go over it. But to me, Corona means Italy. China is China, and it came from China. So he had the China virus, right? And he had it for such a short period of time. I don't even think he knew he had it. Because they're young and their immune systems are strong and they fight it off. 99.9%. And Barron is beautiful and he's free. Free. In fact, my wife, our first lady, who loves Iowa, by the way, our first lady, she put out that Barron has tested positive. And I said, wow. And we talked about it. I said, you put it out, you're not, you know, it's like personal stuff, but we really haven't. I said, yeah, let's put it out. Barron's tested positive. Within like 2 seconds, it was, Barron is just fine now. He's tested negative, right? Because it happens. People have it and it goes, get the kids back to school. We got to get the kids back to school. Get them back to school. All right? Get them back. Get them back. And when I had it, you might have read, maybe most of you don't know this, but I had it too. I didn't love it, but you know, it's a little tough, and you have a temperature, and you don't feel good. And the scarier part is, you know, where's it going? It's fine. You're at a 101 or 102, and then you say, hey, I don't love this. You haven't had a temperature in years, and then all of a sudden you have it. But you see what happens to people. And I went to the hospital, and it's an incredible hospital, Walter Reed. I've seen what they've done because I've been there many times for our great warriors that come back so badly wounded, and these doctors are incredible. And one thing when you're president, I'm laying in this bed, not feeling my best. And I'm surrounded by 12 doctors. One's the head of Johns Hopkins, one's the head of Walter Reed, one's the head, these incredible doctors. And I looked at the alternatives, all things we developed in the last 7 months. And one of them is Regeneron. And I said, I'll take that one. Because it very early into testing, but it had great numbers. And I'm telling you, they gave me this, and they call it a therapeutic. To me, it's a cure. Because I felt like Superman the following morning. I felt like... In fact, I made a speech about a day later, 2 days later, somebody said, he looks better now than he did 2 weeks ago. What the hell's going on? So this is what's happening. We're making tremendous progress. The vaccines are coming out very soon. A lot of great things are happening on that front, but a lot of great things are happening for our country. I'm working to make the antibody treatment that I received I want to give it to all of the people that qualify for it. People in hospitals, people just before they go to hospitals. We'll clean out our hospitals. Eli Lilly makes a very similar drug, and we're going to do it free. We're going to do it free. It's not their fault. We're going to do it free. So we're in that process of getting an emergency, it's called emergency use authorization, and we're going to Regeneron and the Eli Lilly comparable drug. We're going to give it to everybody, and I hope they have the kind of luck that I have. But maybe I would have been perfect anyway. I like to say I didn't need it. I would have been perfect anyway because I'm so strong. You know, I said that. I said sarcastically, I said, well, I'm in no danger because I'm in perfect physical shape and I'm very young. And CNN goes and reports, President Trump lied to the American public. They said, can you believe this? This is, I was telling last night, we had an incredible rally in Pennsylvania. Oh, they're doing it to CNN. I thought they were doing it to me. I said, we don't have too many of them anymore. Do you ever notice, you know, at the beginning when we started, we'd always have the phony people that stand up and, you know, raise their voice, then go home to mom, get bawled out. I don't know. I shouldn't be talking about this because all of a sudden we have, but we don't have that anymore. I learned about the cameras because the cameras never like showing. Look at that. Look where that crowd goes to. Look where that crowd goes to, all the way back to the buildings. And I'm always telling, I never thought the cameras could move. And then I just noticed whenever we had a troublemaker in the audience, they'd spin around, they'd be in like a pretzel, right? They can do anything, these guys. I thought they were like rigid, you know, like a rigid piece of steel. They don't turn. But if we had in the back room behind the pillar, somebody, that camera would be turning around like a snake, 15 different angles.